Showgun Method. How to make women fall in love with you using forbidden mind control knowledge. By Derek Rake. Module 1. 3 Preconditions. The limits of the probable can only be defined by going beyond them into the improbable. The Showgun. Is it possible to approach a stranger and make her fall head over heels in love with you in just a couple of minutes? The answer is a definitive yes, and I am about to prove it. Before that, however, let me first tell you why I've gone to this extreme. I know of no topic matter that is more engrossing, more liberating, more rewarding, and alas, more puzzling. By its very own nature, seduction can be a bewildering subject, and to make things worse, it has also been made deliberately confusing by some people for reasons that I shall explain later. Studying seduction is my number one passion, and those who know me well say that my pursuit of knowledge in the art of seducing women borders on fanaticism. Indeed, I am completely gripped by the obsession to consume the power of winning over any woman I lay my eyes on in a matter of minutes. It's now a lifelong preoccupation that I am almost powerless to resist. Here's some good news, however. Today it has never been easier to be powerfully seductive, especially when you have access to the knowledge that you are going to find in this book. Even better, there's no requirement to have good looks, lots of money, or the IQ of a Mensa member. You also don't need to have boatloads of confidence, charisma, or what's commonly known as inner game. In fact, I will even show you that the idea of inner game is pretty much hogwash anyway. Seduction can be simple once you look beyond the smokescreen. I want you to realize that if you have yet to develop your seductive powers to the level that you desire, it's not your fault. Given the amount of misinformation out there on this subject, it's too easy to be duped by fake tricks dreamed up by pickup artist charlatans and their scams. If you've read any of these pickup artist ebooks, you would have realized that they are nothing but a sham. They are filled with fairy tale trickery, rooted in pseudoscience that never works in real-life, high-pressure situations. If the barrage of pickup artist-related jargon has left you more bewildered than empowered, relax. Sit back and take a deep breath. Let me first purge you from the confusion, knock down the smokescreen, and simplify things as much as possible. We are going to do what seems to be improbable, to make a woman fall helplessly in love over just a couple of short minutes. Not more. And we are going to do this with mind control, not some pickup artist tomfoolery. Before you proceed, I want you to understand this completely. You may find the material in this book shocking, somewhat frightful, or even downright distressing. In fact, when I began my study, I felt increasingly disturbed as I progressed in my work, increasingly unable to fathom the bleakness stemming from the vulnerability of the female mind. Indeed, some of the mind control techniques I learned seemed so wicked and unscrupulous that, after 16 months of hardcore research, I had decided to disown the project. I kept all my notes, recordings, and materials in a sealed box and kept it hidden in the attic, vowing not to expose the material to anyone. Then something happened that turned everything around. I had wanted to forget everything I learned, but the new knowledge that I had discovered earlier started to creep up, manifesting in everything I did. While I wasn't deliberately trying to use any of the mind control tactics that I had learned on the women I met, they turned up effortlessly and naturally. It was as if I had been newly endowed with superpowers to make any woman yield to my influence, control, and authority. When I look back to find out what changed, I came to the following conclusion. My relationships with women had improved by leaps and bounds because I knew how to get inside a woman's mind and manipulate her thoughts so that they are favorable to me. Upon this realization, I slowly considered to move forward and revive this project. The results of this intensive, no-holds-barred, and painstaking research into the female psychology using mind control is now in your hands in the form of the Showgun method. You will only succeed if you obey these three preconditions. Now, before I hand you the